Chapter 15, Maintaining a Positive Attitude. Our minds operate like a bank, where you can deposit positive or negative accounts. The deposits reflect the total experiences you have, and the withdrawals dictate the level of success and happiness you achieve. Every idea that enters your mind has some degree of impact. Therefore, positive thinking always yields positive results. Nowadays, there is a terrible disease with a high risk of infection, known as apathy, originating from negative thinking. Therefore, you must prevent it to protect yourself by making commitments. The purpose of commitments is to create enthusiasm in you, slowly becoming a part of your personality. Step 1. Change the way you wake up in the morning. Start the day with a fresh and positive outlook. Wake up immediately when the alarm clock rings, brush your teeth and wash your face, hum a familiar song, share an appetizing breakfast with your loved ones, and watch them become excited too. Step 2. Establish personal symbols. When waiting for traffic lights, many people are impatient and angry, wanting to rush ahead. Why not look at traffic lights with a different attitude? They have helped us move safely, right? Look at the situation with joy and humor, making your mood no longer heavy. Step 3. Affirm the mindset nothing is impossible. Human survival instinct is much stronger than other species. Our uniqueness lies in the ability to internally adjust the direction and continue to the destination. Chapter 16, The Fourth Step, Nourishing the Soul. If humans were created with an empty head, knowing hunger every day like our stomachs, then what a sight. Some people have starved their souls with the excuse of not having enough time. They believe that attending courses, reading inspiring books, or listening to inspirational tapes is useless. People with positive attitudes and successful accomplishments often nourish their souls with good ideas. Almost everything we learn, we consciously learn, but when we do everything subconsciously, we get the best results. You can feed your soul anytime, but it is most effective when you are in a pleasant, excited state of mind. The most common way to feed the soul is through reading and listening. Some people have the secret of listening while moving, reading while sitting still, and this is something you should plan for each day. Successful people, those whom we think need the least internal motivation, are often the ones who search for and use this motivation the most. Therefore, they constantly improve their knowledge and cultivate their intellect. Chapter 17, Habits and Attitudes. Habits are created either unintentionally or consciously by oneself. Good habits are usually difficult to develop, but once established, they are easy to live by, whereas bad habits are easy to acquire, and they gradually penetrate into your being, making it hard to break free. When you have a habit, it controls you instead of the other way around. A habit can become a good master, but it can also turn you into a miserable slave. You will feel a great deal of lack if you skip your morning exercise, or you'll be restless if you don't get your regular cigarette. Our habits can also form from the surrounding environment. When you are near temptations, people with bad habits, or in a destroyed environment, you may initially resist but eventually compromise and agree. Therefore, avoid immediately, from the beginning, these objects and environments. Bad habits infiltrate us like a worm penetrating a tree trunk. They grow and gnaw on us every day until we crumble like an empty tree. Chapter 18, Avoid Bad Habits and Learn Good Ones. First of all, we must guide and instruct our children from the moment they become aware and have the opportunity to encounter that habit. We can demonstrate genuine love for our children through timely discipline, helping them have a sense of responsibility for themselves. Next, adults need to set an example for children. You can't take them to visit relatives who are sick due to alcohol, cigarettes, visit drug rehabilitation centers, attend court sessions of juvenile criminals stealing property in order to satisfy their addiction. Doing this may shock the children, but it can avoid greater shocks. To defend from a distance, never try for the first time, smoke the first cigarette, or drink the first glass of wine. Abandoning bad habits requires determination, willpower, and consciousness of being in charge of one's own life. You need to learn from the experiences of those who have successfully quit a bad habit. Adopt a good habit to replace the bad one. Make your mood busy in a positive way with information, words, books, healthy ideas that can inspire you. Practice being patient, cheerful, enthusiastic with everyone around you. Laughing is a good habit, as it allows your emotions to soar. Therefore, you must remember that you build your character with good habit bricks that you accumulate every day, which will strengthen the foundation of your life. Chapter 19, The Subconscious. Everything you learn, calculate, think, and explain is through consciousness. Meanwhile, the subconscious is a perfect and infinite memory, recording and storing all the information you receive through your five senses. The subconscious never sleeps, and if you use it wisely, it will bring you endless benefits. The data within it are connected and miraculous. They can help you answer questions or provide unexpected solutions that surprise and awe you with its boundless ability. The subconscious responds to stimuli, not pressure, so you can listen to audio recordings to stimulate and inspire it. The subconscious does not distinguish right from wrong, so you need to be careful when choosing books, newspapers, or films to read or watch. When going to bed, relax, remember your achievements, and forget your failures of the day. The quietness will help you regain your faith and strength. Before any problem, always expect positive results. Always have a pen and paper, or a recording device next to your bed to jot down thoughts, subconscious solutions that suddenly come to mind. Otherwise, you will forget. If you regularly practice the above steps of using the subconscious, you will soon achieve surprising results. Part 6, Value of Labor. Chapter 20, The Winners. People summarize and condense books on human intelligence from ancient times to just one sentence: there's no such thing as a free lunch. Yes, no one will give you a free meal, you have to produce it through your own labor. Labor is what enhances the flavor of life. When cherished, labor will make our lives bloom with sweet flowers and fruits. Labor is the source of prosperity and the father of genius. The most successful people don't pay anything, they work their hardest because they truly love their job. At your current job, if you come to work on time, work diligently, stay loyal to the company, and receive the agreed-upon salary, then you and the company have a fair relationship. However, that way of working only helps you keep your job without getting a pay raise. You have to try harder than normal, be enthusiastic, and have a higher sense of responsibility to get a raise and a promotion. Therefore, start any job with a positive attitude and the highest enthusiasm, then you will be rewarded accordingly. If not by your current boss, then by someone else, and maybe you will do it for yourself. Cherishing labor is respecting yourself and making others respect you. Chapter 21, Be Ready. Edison succeeded after tens of thousands of patient trials and searches. His perseverance made the whole world shine. Therefore, no matter how many times you are knocked down, believe that you cannot be defeated as long as you keep trying. If you have tried your best but still failed, don't be too disappointed, but be happy because you have done your best. The advice now is for you to put that aside and switch to another task. Each of us has a great reserve of resources, but if we don't have a determined effort to exploit them, they will become useless. Perseverance and effort, desire and determination to pursue to the end, you will soon step onto the peak of glory. Chapter 22, The Story of the Water Pump. In every game of life, if you want to reap, you must invest in something. These simple and easy to understand rules are still intentionally overlooked by many people. The story of the old-style water pump that two young men encountered on an abandoned farm when they were too thirsty while passing by there. They pumped hard, but there was no water, the well was too deep. One person ran to the nearby stream to scoop up some water to bait, then they pumped continuously, non-stop. If they stopped for a few seconds, the water would return to underneath, and they had to start over from the beginning. Yes, they tried long enough and didn't let go of the pump, and in the end, they were rewarded with a cool stream of water. If they stopped pumping for a few seconds, the chance of raising the water to the surface was almost zero. When the water sprouted into a stream, they only needed to occasionally pull the pump handle gently and the water would overflow again. Remember this water pump story: you have to give your all, and you will face the future door waiting for you to open. And then, just gently push, and you will enter the banquet hall of life. Part 7, Aspirations. Chapter 23, From Ordinary to Extraordinary. Aspirations are the element that enables an ordinary person to be confident in the presence of those who are more talented, as well as helping them to become different, and this difference creates many more differences. When living with a burning desire, obstacles are no longer too difficult and that person becomes much stronger. Because an optimistic attitude always looks at positive things as a fertile land to nurture hope for good things, even though reality contains countless contradictions. Chapter 24, The Ingenious Foolishness Desire. The desire to create ingenious foolishness, a trait or ability of a person who doesn't know they can't do something but still dives in to do it. This foolishness helps us accomplish things that seem almost impossible. A new salesperson with no experience and no knowledge of the art of persuasion is determined to succeed, unaware of the obstacles that lie ahead. Thanks to encouragement, he worked with enthusiasm and eventually became the top salesperson in the company. Henry Ford did not have the opportunity to study here and there. After becoming the owner of an automobile factory, he made an unusual request for engineers to create a V-8 engine. The group of engineers knew that it was an impossible feat, but Ford insisted that they do it. Eventually, Ford's incredible V-8 engine was born, thanks to an ingenious fool, who didn't know the limits of knowledge. What is ingenious foolishness? It is how people behave in negative and unexpected situations in life, turning a sour lemon into a sweet, fragrant and alluring drink. Chapter 25, David and Goliath. In ancient times, the Jews and the Philistines frequently clashed with each other. The Jews were very afraid of the Philistine giant Goliath, and no one dared to face him. However, there was a young shepherd from the Jewish people called David, who had a talent for throwing stones. He dared to challenge the giant and used only one stone to hit Goliath in the forehead and defeat him. Today, in 1965, David Lofschek, who was born with cerebral palsy, had a difficult time receiving treatment. However, Dr. Perlstein in Chicago helped him. With the sacrifice and determination of the whole family, especially David's parents, they built a self-image for him, determined to treat and train him according to the doctor's guidance. They set specific goals, took the right attitude, encouraged and motivated him, and worked hard to achieve the desire for David to become normal. And finally, they defeated the giant of cerebral palsy. David became a healthy young man and entered his life. David's father recognized that people can lose everything, but they can also have everything if they know how to help others achieve what they want. Chapter 26, Introduction. This book conveys a very concise message, to guide and encourage you to act in order to become more efficient, perfect and happier. Only you have the right and know how to exploit, as well as use all your potentials. You are holding the golden key to open the door to your future treasure. No one can make you feel inferior unless you allow it. You will have everything if you help others achieve what they want. You always believe that talent brings you to the pinnacle of success, but willpower helps you stand firmly on that peak. This is the beginning of a new way of living. Congratulations to you.